Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Las Vegas as we're getting ready to go here for 27 laps. Am I correct? Yes, 27 laps here at Las Vegas Speedway. This is the old Las Vegas before it was banked. This is where it was a very low angle surface before they had the high, before they increased the banking and changed it somewhat. As now we're getting ready to go here at Vegas. I can't remember the sponsor of the race, but you'll see the thumbnail to this, so you'll know what the sponsor is. It's been a while since I've done it because I've been doing like all sorts of things, including finishing off the Valvoline Classic Series, which is almost complete, by the way. So if you're in that series, good luck to you with the final two races. As you can see right there on the pole today is Seth Cole in the 13 Geico car from Germain Racing, and next to him is Dylan Peru, the 24 out of Hendrick Motorsports. Behind them, Betty Johnson in the 93 Burger King car from BK Racing, and then you got there Dylan Peru's teammate, the 5 of Chris Washer. Behind them is the 55 of Alex Fonti, the Enzo Ferrari. Next to them is the 26 of Joshua Collard for Michael Waltrip Racing, and and then behind him, sort of behind him, just a row back to the left, is also his teammate, the 15 of Charlie Rodriguez. Is that Charlie or is that Carlos? Either way, it's a good time to be Mexican, see? I mean, it's one of the Rodriguez's, as the 15 there, the 20 of Derek Engel. The man that got the top 10 is the 98 of Stephen Pollard III and Dylan Young in the legendary free car. Which reminds me, note to self, find the Doge car mod. Anyway.
Drivers, start your engines.
As he's just interrupted me just there, I was about to say, now we're going to wait for the command to fire them up, as they have now been given the command to fire them up. And if you can actually hear a noise in the background, that's just my PlayStation 3 uploading the brand updating Gran Turismo 6, because finally now I can now drive the Ayrton. I now have the Ayrton Senna DLC now, like the Ayrton Senna free car pack that comes with the Lotus 97, his World Championship car, his car he drove in Formula 3, and I believe there's another car. I believe there's 4 cars in the update, but the main cars we want are the Senna cars, including 2 new tracks such as 80s Monza and 1980s Brands Hatch. But enough about Formula 1. It's NASCAR time here in Las Vegas, and we are go! As what a start there by Seth Cole there. He jumped the gun at the start, not in a bad way, but in a good way, because look, he was the quickest one off. As now that 13 from Geico is off. That Casey Mears 13 getting away now. He's all on his own. That could be bad, but he's got 2 car battling going on. There's Betty Johnson now in the 93 Burger King car. And the Travis Corbell car coming now to the inside. And she's going to catch up Seth. And Seth will lead the first lap as we cross the stripe. Top 10 at the minute is 13. 90 is Seth, Betty Johnson, Alex Fonti, Dylan Peru, Chris Washer, Charlie Rodriguez. The 98 of Stephen Pollard. The 18 of... Who's the 18? Hang on. The 18 of... Oh, 3 wide. Whoa, I was just about to say 3 wide there between Engel and Collard and Dylan Young. As there's Zach Hamlin there in the 30 from Swan Racing. Good day there. Stephen Pollard. Who's the 18 again? Wait. Oh, it's the Rodriguez brothers in it together. I believe. Alright. Charlie's the 15. Carlos is the 18. Okay. But the Rodriguez brothers in it together, and they're both in the top 5. So are the brothers gonna help one another out? Funny to think one of the brothers is like Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch, and one of them is driving the Kyle Busch car. Let's back up to the front now. Seth is still leading this race. Seth's still going for it. The inside now is the Enzo Alex Fonti. He's not got it. He's got the inside line. He has the advantage, but Betty Johnson had the better speed into that turn. He might get it now into this corner, and no, he's not going to get it in this corner, surprisingly. I'm quite surprised Ferranti did not get it in the corner. However, he might be able to get it coming in here now. In fact, if he bumps with Betty Johnson up to Seth Cole, just as I go and say that, it's now going to the inside now, as this is quite interesting. Now, we've got 3 Toyota Camrys in the top 5, only 1 Ford and 1 Chevrolet. So Toyota currently dominating this race. In fact, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Toyotas in the top 10 so far. So it's a good day. So if this was a manufacturer's title, Toyota would be dominating the standings. But however, manufacturing, we don't do that manufacturing crap because it's really pointless in NASCAR, because the majority of the cars are freaking Chevrolets, and they win the manufacturer's title every year. They should really even out the numbers for every team. Like 1/4 is Chevy, 1/4 is Ford, 1/4 is Toyota, and 1/4 is actually no wait, no, Dodge. So it should be, the field should be 1/3 Ford. Oh, pace car's out. Pace car is out. Who's involved? Who's involved? Oh, the 20. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Cole Dalley's involved. PJ Williams involved. I did see a car spawn. Oh, Caleb Farrell's involved. Cole Dalley. Joe Tanto is involved. Derek Engel. He's involved. One of the top 10 drivers. Annie Thomas. I can't see anything from that camera angle. That car has damage somewhere. I believe the 14 may have damage, I think. No, there's no damage on Brenda Perry. Yep. Oh no, Annie Thomas. Yeah. So no damage on that car. As the drivers are coming into pit road. We'll go now to pit road camera. Seth Cole's the first one in. He was the leader to the caution. However, is he going to be the leader coming out? You got the cockpit view for some reason. There's all the drivers coming in. Here we go. Seth will cross the line. He's still the leader. However, will he be the leader coming out of pit road? In the pit road they go. Here we go. Taking pit stops. Seth's going right side. I think everyone's going to take 4 tires, I think. I think that's... Who's that in the back? That's the Joshua Collar machine. He's now finally in his pit box. Some drivers are coming out. And yeah, Seth's out. Dylan Young just beats Dylan through. Good close there. Joshua Collard still in his pit stall. What's about it? And he's gonna be held up by a bit more traffic now. He's got to get out now. He's out now. As everyone's coming through now. Still some drivers. Probably getting some bless me. Some duct tape. Zachary Fitzwater there with no hood. So he was involved in the wreck. I think quite a number of drivers was, so let's go and show you what happened to bring out our first caution here today at Las Vegas. Wow, I cannot believe this. Coming into turn 4 into the front stretch, PJ Williams and just whoa, good. Oh my God, PJ Williams, the 21. Hang on, where's it? The 21 of Levi McIntyre. And Cole Dalley. Oh, gee. Oh, good. Oh, man. Oh, just chaos everywhere. Just, I mean, I was about to say Caleb Farrell in that. 4 wide coming into this corner. And as soon as they come in the corner, they budge up, and then suddenly, bam, that happens. And then McIntyre then gets on the air. Farrell's on his side. Dalley just carries him on with me. Jess Shelton gets involved. The 14, Mason Wood, our points leader, gets. Is he the points leader? Whatever. Anyway, Mason Wood gets involved. It's been a while since I've done this. Andy Thomas is involved. Tanto was involved. And what happened to Zachary Fitzwater? Let's have a look at him. What happened to Zach? See? Oh, he got hit. Oh, he got hit in the straight on. So he got into he got into the back of Tanto. Tanto got into quals, and then everyone just whoa. He was able to avoid that other wreck, otherwise his car would have been totaled for the rest of the day. He's got no hood. Yeah, so that's what happened. And anyways, now we will take you back to the restart. Okay, so after that, the two drivers that only 2 drivers retired from that incident. It was the 17 of Caleb Farrell and the 16 of PJ Williams. So time to announce the new top 10 rundown. First, Seth Cole. Second, Betty Johnson. Then it's Alex Bronte, Charlie Rodriguez, Dylan Young, Dylan Veru, Carlos Rodriguez, Chris Washer, the 42 of Ian Della. And rounding out the top 10, Connor Vale. Green flag back out. Pace car's in. Seth Cole now. Off he goes. But look at this now. Betty Johnson to the inside. I'd like to see BK Racing have an all-female team. As the BK Racing car's now coming to the inside. And she's bringing along with him Charlie Rodriguez. Charlie now giving the push. Camry now in the top. Camry now dominating. Look, if trying to get my words out here. Oh, Seth's now lost his lead now as Charlie Rodriguez. He's not going to get the lead, but he could get it on this next lap. As now, look at this, Toyota Camry now in the top 3. If this was a Formula 1 race, they would have the entire podium all to themselves here at Toyota. But look at this now. Field is separating a bit now as we got Betty Johnson still leading. We completed 12 laps so far. We're coming to unlucky 13. Will there be another caution? Something always happens on lap 13. Although maybe I'm a bit superstitious. That's the word I was looking for, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching, it'd be funny if you're watching this on 2 times fast. It'll be I think I'm on a sugar rush or something. As they get the flyby now, Betty Johnson's still leading. Only challenge she has so far is Alex Fonte in that 55 from Michael Waltrip Racing in the Aaron's. It's not a dream machine, so it's just an Aaron's car. But now you got the Dylan Young now in the free car. The legendary free Richard Childress now up into this mix now. So it's BK Racing versus Michael Waltrip Racing versus Richard Childress Racing versus Joe Gibbs. And there's another Michael Waltrip car. So Michael Waltrip in the top 5. However, now look who's coming back into this now. Seth Cole now. Seth Cole now probably going to give Charlie a bit of help now. Charlie, who is our current Truck Series winner and was, I should say, our points leader from the Valvoline Classic Series. Charlie, it would be amazing to see what Charlie can do with the final 2 races when we do head to Talladega and Charlotte for the Valvoline Classic Series. If he can somehow get better points, if he can do a better payoff in those series and beat Gabe Coleman, he will become the first 2-time champion in WWSCOC history. He will have won 2 debut series in his debut here in the WWSCOC. We'll now change to this camera 1 angle, as I'm pretty sure you're getting sick of the flyby. Well, I never do, so wait, hey. As we've got now the 36 there of Nick Pericules now, whose sister is behind him. There's the 33. She's currently driving for Richard Childress Racing in that Cheerios car that was once driven by Austin Dillon before he was upgraded to the legendary 3 car. All he had to do was take 1 3 off and just leave the other 3. As he's now got the 10 of Joshua Osborne behind him. Stuart Haas racing car. It's funny to think that Sean Henley wanted to give me the 10 car, but I said, no, I want the 43, bitch. It's up into the front now. It's pretty straightforward from here. That's Seth Cole now to the inside of Charlie. He's going to go to the inside now. It's still all about Betty Johnson up at the front here. BK Racing definitely shows a good qualifying car in the qualifying heats. And it's certainly showing it here at Las Vegas with this car. As there she is. Look how far away she is. She's about 2 car lengths ahead of Dylan Young. All Dylan needs now is the push and the slipstream. And he's trying to get it. Cars are pretty even. As to the stripe that time, they're about he's about a quarter of a second behind. However, if he keeps in a straight line, gets the slipstream and maybe get some of the bump draft off of Ferranti, he might be able to catch Annie Thomas and maybe have a good chance of possibly getting a win here. How good would it be if Dylan Young did win after all the shit he's had to suffer through? How cool would that be for him? Oops, there is Carlos Rodriguez still there. He's about 2 places. He's about 2 spots away from his brother Charlie, the Rodriguez brothers, dominating this field. Both of them in Camrys. It would have been interesting if they were both in the same team. That would be hilarious. As I think we have pit stops now. Pit stops are occurring. Here we go. Pit stops time. Pit stop time. Anyone staying out? Oh, the two Dylan Poteet staying out. And we got some drivers in here who pitted early. Did not see those happening. But as we got the... Where's the two? There's the two. Dylan Poteet there. He elected to stay out. As there's Steve Nemesis in the 31. 48 of Kyle Matthews. There's the 78 of Sam Young. Dylan Young's brother, I believe. But anyways. Dylan now. Coming into pit. Yeah, he's pitting. So we're going to keep the ticker up. So we can figure out who might be the leader. I would think it would be Annie still. But now here's Steve Nemesis coming to get his lap back from Dylan Poteet. And then he'll cycle around along with the other drivers. Such as Sam Young. And there's the 39 of... Is that... And that's Alex Hawkins. Okay, Alex Hawkins there. Then there's Jess Shelton. Tanto. Fitzwater. Daly. Engel. There's Dylan Young. Oh, I think Dylan Young actually beat yeah, Dylan Young beat Andy Thomas off the line. So we need to keep the ticker up, as we've only got 4. Yeah, we've only got, but yeah, with this happening now, we've only got 4 to go. There's Dylan. He has not beat them off the line because now he's. I think he might be able to get a top 10, maybe top 15 if he stays where he is, because he's doing quite. Because he's just getting off the pit road now. As he's gonna beat... He's battling Charlie. Side by side. Dylan has the preferred line. He's got the inside advantage. And Dylan Young... Oh, sorry. Dylan Poteet. Where's he placed in? He's placed in 5th. Dylan Poteet, if he stays where he is, he gets the top 5. Right, 4 to go then. We've only got 4 laps remaining. Dylan Young. Could he possibly get the win? He has to hold off that 93 from Burger King Racing. Here he goes. Steve Nemesis, is he? Oh, he's in... Oh, actually, Steve Nemesis is in 4th place. So it's Richard Childress cars dominating. And the frame rate's going a bit slow. Please do not cuck up. We're having such a good race at the minute. As we got lap traffic now, there's Cole Daly. And look at this now. The Richard Childress cars. If Steve Nemesis can get past Ferranti, then Annie Thomas is then stuck in a burger. It's... Oh, goodness. Daly, get out the way. Get out of the way. So too, Derek Engel. 3 laps to go. Oh, this is going to be close. Get out of the way. Oh, Engel, what the hell? Oh, it's going to be close. 3 wide now. Coming into turn 1. Oh, side by side. Annie Thomas has the preferred line. She will get the lead into turn 3. Richard Childress. They need to figure out a plan now. Dylan. Oh, he went a bit faster in that corner that time, if you just saw. Here we go now. Oh, goodness gracious me. 2 laps to go now. Coming across the line. 2 laps to go. Richard Childress now. The Richard Childress cars of Nemesis and Young. They need to figure out a plan. They need to get past Annie Thomas somehow. What's Steve Nemesis going to do? They're not doing anything. They're letting Annie Thomas go ahead. What are you doing, boys? Get up to her. You need to be faster than this. As Nemesis now. Inside line. Here we... Oh, they're going to think of something now. Here we go. White flag display for Annie Thomas. What's Nemesis going to do? Oops, sorry. He's going inside. Thomas now. Can Burger King Racing get their first win of this season? They've been good in the qualifying. I think it's going to pay off now. Here they come. Coming out of turn 4. It's not going to be enough. Winning here at Las Vegas for the first time in his career. It's going to be Annie Thomas. Betty Johnson. Betty Johnson. Annie Thomas is the 83. Betty Johnson. Wait, was she close to... No, so she wasn't. Betty Johnson wins here in Las Vegas. She wins her first race of the season, also Burger King Racing's first win in this series. So we go to the official point standings. Oh, sorry, we go to the official standings. Betty Johnson is the winner. Steve Nemesis and Dylan Young, the Richard Childress boys, lock out the podium, second and third. Then it's Alex Fonte in fourth. Dylan Poteet staying out one lap ahead of everyone else, gets a top 5 finish. Good run there for the D-man, as always. Then it's sixth was Charlie Rodriguez. He gets a 6th place. Seventh was Carl Matthews. 8th, Nick Pericles. 9th, Carlos Rodriguez. And then rounding at the top 10, Joshua Osborne in the 10 from Stuart Haas. Then on the way downwards, it was our pole sitter, Seth Cole. He finishes 11th. Nothing wrong with that, man. Then it was Chris Washer in 12th. 13th, Gabe Williams. Was it Gabe? Or Gabe Williams, is it? Oh, anyway. Gabe. Yeah, it's Gabe. Oh, whatever. Anyway, it's a G-Dog thing. Anyway, G-Dog is 13th. Then 14th was Ian Dudder. 15th, Sam Young. Alex Hawkins, 16th. 17th, Brenda Pericles. 18th, Tom Gerard. Connorville, 19th. And then running at the top 20 is Kyle Thomas. And then all the way on down is Michael Norman, Christian Masters, James Kuehler, Gabe Coleman, Jessica Shelton, Zach Hamlin, Joe Tanto, James Qualls, Nick Smith, Steve Pollard, Stephen Pollard III. So the Pollard brothers finished together. Mason Wood, Annie Thomas, Zachary Fitzwater, Dylan Frew, Levi McIntyre. Those drivers finished on the lead lap. Then the cars that were lapped were Derek Engel, Cole Daly, and Joshua Collard. And retiring out the race were PJ Williams and Caleb Farrell. So there we are. So our congratulations go to Betty Johnson here, who wins at Las Vegas for the first time in her career. Congratulations, Betty. As now we will now show you our current point standings. There we go to our standings now. This should be interesting because it's been a long time since I've seen the point standings, so I might be actually quite surprised with what happened here today. So let's have a look at our point standings. At the current time, our leader is Christian Masters. So Christian Masters is our leader in the point standings with only 3 races completed. Next, a second is Jessica's second. Jess Shelton is second in our point standings. I'm actually quite surprised. Steve Nemesis with that second place run today. Was he third? Whatever way. Top 3. Well, that top 3 finish was Steve. For Steve, he's now third in the point standings. So good run, good day for them. Then it's Michael Norman in 4th. Betty Johnson with that win today. That's now moved her up to 5th. And then it's Kyle Matthews, Dylan Brew, Seth Cole, Alex Ferranti, Alex Hawkins. They ran at the top 10. James Kuehler is 11th. Carl Thomas, 12th. 13th, Nick Pericles. Dylan Poteet with that top 5. That's now moved him up to 14th place. Good there for the D-man. Then it's Joshua Osborne, Mason Wood, Annie Thomas, Ian Dudder, Stephen Pollard, Dylan Young. With that good finish today, he now moves up to 20th place. Then it's Derek Engel, Caleb Farrell, Gabe Williams, Stephen Pollard III, Joshua Collard, 26th and 25th. And then it's Cole Daly, Brenda Pericles, Charlie Rodriguez, Tom Gerard, James Qualls, Connor Vale, Carlos Rodriguez, Joe Tanto, Chris Washer, Gabe Coleman, Nick Smith, Zachary Fitzwater, Levi McIntyre, PJ Williams, Sam Young, Zach Hamlin. They round out the entire field of what's happening in the point standings. I'm quite surprised actually at some of the results here because it's been a long time since I've done any racing for this kind of for Sprint Cup. But anyways, next up on the agenda, it's going to be Atlanta, and we will be going for the Mountain Dew. We will be going. We will be going for the Mountain Dew 500 at Atlanta. And as always, whatever you do, do not miss it.